Hello guys, welcome back to Nguru the Guru. Today we are going to be looking at a topic that I'm quite enthusiastic about, and this is DevOps. So we're going to be going through where we have our code on GitHub, and then we connect GitHub to Jenkins. Jenkins creates an image for us, and then the image is pushed onto Docker Hub. So let's get started. So here I have already installed Jenkins on my virtual machine or on my local host, and then what I have is Jenkins via a Docker container. So you can either just directly install it if you're using Ubuntu or any other VM, or you can use a Docker container. So once you get to Jenkins, this is a dashboard that you find, and you have a new item, people, build history, all that. So you just come to new item, and then enter the name as test. You need a name, and then choose the first one, the freestyle project, and you can just click OK on that. So we are going to configure 4 things. We are going to consider our source code, and then our triggers, our environment, and our build. So first off, let's go to source code management. Come here. So you find a GitHub project. So this is the URL at the top of your repo. So mine is the repo I created is test. So this repo I need that. I need the URL. That is the URL at the top. So I need that, and then I come here to Git. I need the repository URL, so I go back to my repo, find that, the one that has .git, use that. So I come there, I post that, and then now if it's a private repo, you will find that it has an error until you update your credentials. So I added mine. So all you need to do in Jenkins is just come to add and then go to Jenkins, place your username, and here place for GitHub, place the personal access code. I believe all of us can get that. Just go to the settings of sorry, I've signed out. Let me just sign back in. Sign in. So all you need to do is come to settings, and then on settings come down here to developer settings, and then personal access tokens. From there you can just generate a token, and then that is what you place here, and ensure to put a description, because sometimes you find that you have quite a few passwords on Jenkins, so they become confusing. So the one that I have is a GitHub password. Now this test repo access token. So this should eliminate the error once it's correct. So after that, ensure that the branch is master and all that. And then now we come to triggers. So build periodically. We are going to do it every day at 5 AM. So 5. So that will run every day at 5. So you can see Thursday, May 5:43, and then it will also do Friday 5:43 AM. So that's that. Come to the build environment, and we need to find here on build, just find Docker build and publish. So how Jenkins works, it works based on add-ons or plugins. So you just need to go to the plugin section. Let me just save this and show you that. So that's saved. Let me go back to the dashboard, come here to manage Jenkins, and then on manage plugins, this is where you add the Docker. So mine will be available. Can come here to available, but for you, because it's a start, just go to updates and then just search Docker. So mine will be here on available. Let me search Docker. So ensure no installed, because I've already put them. So ensure you have, this is the cloud-based Docker build and publish plugin. Also have the Docker API plugin and Docker pipeline, Docker plugin, Docker build step. But the one that we're using is a cloud-based docker build and publish. So let me just go back to dashboard, then I go to my project test, then I go back to configure. That is where we are making the settings. So we have already added our GitHub project and the Git repos and all that. We have already set the triggers. Now we are on the build step. So we come to docker build and publish. That is the CloudBees. So I've already created my Docker Hub repo. So in my have this test repository. So this is where I want. Let me just delete this so that it can be empty and we can see it happen. So I just delete the tag. Yeah, so there are no tags available. For now, I want it to bring to this repo. This is where I want it to post. So let me just go back. 177/test. This is my username, not my username, but the name I called my Docker Hub, and then this is the repository I want to post to. For tags, you can either use 1.0 or you can just give it whatever you want. So you don't need to have the server post credentials, because this one is in the same server that I'm using. So I've already added my Docker Hub credentials. I'll just find that. That is that, and then now all I need to do is save that. So now I'll go ahead and build this pipeline, and then we can see. So let me just click on build. The good thing with Jenkins, it will offer you a console whereby you can just look at it as it happens. So you can see it's preparing all the way and then finished with a success. So what it does, it just runs through your Docker file. So if I go to my Docker repository, the one that I have the code in, you should ensure that you have a Docker file inside the repository, inside the root repository. So you can see I have the Docker file here. So you will have Ubuntu, copy the package.json. It's a Node.js application. I expose 1.80, copy all the source code, and then the entry point. So ensure you have the Docker file. So this is what it runs. So if we go back to Jenkins, you can see from the first one, installing Ubuntu, then cmd bash, then node, and then you can see copying the package.json, and then finally we finish with the Node.js. This is how I start the application. So it prepares the image for us. There you go. And then Docker push. Now we're pushing it. It has built the image. Now we push the image into our Docker Hub. And if something fails, it will definitely go. It will not show this tick here. It will go back to an X. So if I go to my Docker Hub and just refresh this, we should be able to see the tag that we have just pushed. So let's wait for that. So you can see latest and then 1.0. So both of them have been pushed. So you can see the latest one and the 1.4. So that is all, guys, that I wanted to show you, and just go try it on yourself and just know how far you're coming with the DevOps. So the next video we'll do is now publishing this into a container, so that now we can just go direct to the browser and check if our application is running as expected. So thank you, guys, and see you next week.